Picture this, it's a random Tuesday, and a bank notification lands on your phone that makes your stomach drop. $119.99 gone. You open your banking app, heart racing, wondering if your card got stolen or hacked. Then you see it, a charge for Canva Pro. And it hits you. 30 days ago, you needed a quick flyer for a bake sale. You clicked start your free trial, were told it was completely risk-free, cancel anytime, so you made your flyer, downloaded it, and moved on with your life. The app didn't move on with you. Somewhere in the background, a 30-day countdown was running, and when it hit 0, your harmless little trial quietly turned into a full annual subscription. That's not a bug. That's the business model, and it's not just one company. Millions of Americans get caught in this exact trap every year, and once you understand how it actually works, you'll never look at a free trial button the same way again. Researchers and regulators have a name for this, a dark pattern. Signing up is frictionless on purpose, one big, colorful button, zero friction. Getting out is a different story. On plenty of platforms, canceling means digging through settings, finding a billing tab, hunting for a cancel link that's deliberately smaller and duller than the Keep My Plan button right next to it. Click cancel, and you're often hit with a round of "Are you sure?" screens listing everything you're about to lose. None of this is accidental. Behavioral designers get paid to make every extra click just annoying enough that you give up and think, "I'll deal with it later." Later rarely comes before the charge does. Then there's the fine print. Buried in the terms of service is the auto-renewal clause, miss the cancellation window, and you're billed for whatever plan you were defaulted into, which on plenty of these trials is the annual option, not the monthly one most people assume. And once that charge clears, don't count on an automatic refund. Most companies' policies treat auto-renewal charges as final. You're paying for a year of something you'll probably never open again. Here's the part that should actually make you angry. This isn't a side effect of the business model. It is the business model. Subscription companies build their revenue projections around the fact that most people forget. It's called consumer inertia, and it's not an accident. Teams of behavioral scientists optimize exactly how easy sign-up is and exactly how hard cancellation is, because every person who forgets to cancel is projected revenue. If everyone actually remembered and canceled on time, a huge chunk of the subscription economy would collapse overnight. And notice what they don't do. These companies have the technology to text you the moment your trial starts and to send a loud, unmissable alert 24 hours before your card gets charged. Almost none of them do. Instead, you might get one quiet email that lands in a folder you never check. The silence isn't an oversight, it's the strategy. Now here's what a lot of these companies would rather you not know. The legal ground under them is shifting, and it's shakier than most people realize. There actually was a federal rule, the FTC's click to cancel rule, that would have forced every company to make canceling as easy as signing up. It was finalized in 2024. Then, in July 2025, a federal appeals court threw it out completely, ruling the FTC had botched the rulemaking process. So right now, click to cancel isn't law. But the FTC didn't walk away. In early 2026, it opened a new rulemaking process to try to bring it back, and it's still leaning hard on the law that never went away, ROSCA, the Restore Online Shoppers Confidence Act, which already requires companies to clearly disclose subscription terms, get your real consent before charging you, and offer a simple way to stop the charges. Roughly 30 states also have their own automatic renewal laws. California's is one of the strictest, and if a company doesn't give you an easy way to cancel online, that alone can put them in violation of state law. If you think this sounds exaggerated, look at what just happened to Amazon. The FTC sued them, arguing the company used dark patterns to push millions of people into Prime and then made it deliberately hard to cancel. Court documents that surfaced during the case were damning. Amazon's own employees had reportedly described the subscription flow internally as a shady world and called the unwanted renewals an unspoken cancer. In September 2025, days into the trial, Amazon agreed to pay $2.5 billion in penalties, $1.5 billion refunded directly to customers. That's not a hypothetical. That's the largest company in e-commerce, caught and forced to pay out for exactly the pattern we've been describing. So here's how you actually protect yourself. If you get hit with a charge after a trial you genuinely tried to cancel, don't just eat the loss call your bank or card issuer and file a chargeback. Tell them plainly the cancellation flow was deceptive. Banks are getting more willing to side with consumers on this. And going forward, stop handing out your real card number for free trials. Use a virtual card instead. Most banks and services like privacy.com let you generate a one-time card number and cap the spending limit, sometimes as low as $1. Sign up for the trial with that card, and when the company tries to pull $1.1999 out of nowhere on day 30, the charge just bounces. You keep your money. Already stuck paying for something you forgot to cancel? Don't just quietly cancel and eat the loss. Email their billing support, mention your state's automatic renewal law by name, and reference ROSCA specifically. That kind of language tends to get a ticket routed past a chatbot and onto a real person's desk, someone who's actually allowed to issue a refund. Companies would much rather quietly refund you than deal with a formal complaint to a state attorney general. None of this makes free trials worthless. Plenty of them really are useful. But free was never really free. It was a bet that you'd forget. Now you know the bet, so you get to choose whether you take it. If one of these has ever caught you off guard, you're definitely not the only one. Drop what happened in the comments. It might save someone else $100.